Well, today is day 280 in our journey through the Word. It's amazing to think that we've come so far in that. There's 85 days left in this journey. As On the 85th day, we will read about the very end of time and the promise fulfilled, God's promise of a new Jerusalem, and us joining Him and joining our other brothers and sisters around the throne and worshiping Him. Uh, just great reading. Look forward to that day in both ways. In both ways. I had to wonder in reading, in today's reading, am I interruptible? In my day, as I get busy with things, doing things, this project or that, or working on a situation, or just busyness of life, am I interruptible? Can people come to me and know that I'll stop and I'll listen, or I'll stop and I'll help? I wish I could say I always was, but I don't know that I am as I should be. But we see again today in our reading that Jesus is interruptible. He's got crowds around him. Yeah, he has people where he can teach and they can hear his word. And he even has people all around him that he can heal from one thing or another. Or miracles performed, he could do it before the crowds. But again, we have one Father who comes to him and asks him to heal his daughter. Jesus didn't say, hey, I'll get to you at the end of the day, or let me add you to my calendar. I'm kind of busy right now. Can't you see all these people? Jesus was interruptible. And Jesus says, or it says in the reading today out of Luke 8, but when Jesus hears, he said, don't be afraid, just have faith, and she will be healed. He stopped, he looked eye to eye, his total attention was to that Father. And he was interruptible. And he used the words, just have faith. So I went to Hebrews 11:1, where it says, faith is the confidence that we hope for will actually happen. Let me start that again. Faith is the confidence that what we hope for will actually happen. It gives us assurance about things we cannot see. The Father couldn't see. This girl's father couldn't see the healing. But he had the confidence in Jesus. Jesus says, don't be afraid. When we come to him, he's never too busy. He is always interruptible. He always stops to look and listen just to us. And you say, well, how can he do that with millions of people on earth? He's God. Don't try to, we can't put God within our box and say, well, I can't do that, so God can. He's God. And God can stop. And God does stop. And he listens. And he looks. And he holds us in his hand. And he says, don't be afraid. Just have faith. Just have faith. Father, all he asked was, please come and lay your hand on her. If I can just touch his robe, I will be healed. We see that with the woman. If I can just touch his robe. Faith, the confidence that we hope for will actually happen. It gives us assurance about things we cannot see. God is incorruptible for us at all times, in all times. And like the Father and like the woman, don't be afraid. Just have faith. Great words of hope for us as we end this week. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you again on Monday as we continue our journey through the Word.